Imagine meeting a creature that can squeeze through a hole the size of a coin, taste with its arms, and vanish into its surroundings like a magician mid-trick. It has 3 hearts, blue blood, and the ability to rewrite its own brain connections when the water gets cold. No, this isn't a scene from a sci-fi blockbuster. It's real life, and it lives quietly in the deep. I'm Matias from SpinoFacts, where we uncover the strange systems hiding in plain sight. The kind that make you say, wait, that's real? Today, we're diving into one of nature's most mind-bending mysteries, the octopus. It's not just intelligent, it's alien-level intelligent. How can an animal with no bones, a short lifespan, and 8 arms act like a problem-solving genius? And why do even scientists sometimes admit the octopus feels not entirely from this world? By the end of this episode, you'll never look at calamari or intelligence the same way again. Here's what most people don't know. The octopus doesn't have a single brain. It has 9. There's 1 main brain in its head and 8 assistant brains inside its arms. In total, it's packing around 500 million neurons, the same ballpark as a dog. But here's the twist. 2/3 of those neurons live in the arms, not the head. That means its limbs can sense, react, and even make decisions without waiting for orders. Imagine your hands deciding to make coffee while you're still in bed. This unique design gives the octopus lightning-fast reflexes and independent thinking. It's basically a biological network, the ocean's version of distributed computing. And then there's the rest of its hardware. Instead of red blood like us, octopuses pump blue blood thanks to a copper-based molecule called hemocyanin. Copper carries oxygen better in cold water, turning every octopus into a built-in deep-sea diver. No bones, no limits. They can flatten themselves, pour through bottle openings, and rebuild lost arms. According to marine biologists, almost everything about an octopus is built for adaptation. Flexibility of body and flexibility of mind. But flexibility has a side effect: unpredictability. And that's where things start to get truly weird. Octopuses have a habit of making humans look foolish. One famous case involved an octopus named Inky at New Zealand's National Aquarium. One night, he slipped through a tiny gap in his tank, crawled across the floor, and escaped through a drain pipe that led directly to the ocean. By the time staff arrived the next morning, Inky was gone, leaving only a damp trail of success. And he's not alone. Many aquariums report octopuses unplugging pumps, unscrewing jar lids, or sneaking into nearby tanks to steal fish before sneaking back as if nothing happened. If dolphins are the comedians of the sea, octopuses are the escape artists. It's less Finding Nemo and more Mission Impossible. Each arm of an octopus contains around 40 million neurons, more than some small mammals have in their entire nervous system. That's why its arms can react and solve problems independently. When scientists studied how they move, they found each arm decides on its own how to reach, grab, and explore. The main brain just gives the general idea. The arms handle the logistics. If your hands could do that, you could type, text, and snack simultaneously without thinking. Humanity's efficiency would double overnight. In fact, researchers once observed an arm detached from its body still curling when touched. It's creepy, but it shows that intelligence in nature doesn't always live where we expect it to. The octopus isn't a brain with limbs. It's 9 small minds cooperating in silence. But here's where the octopus crosses from clever to unsettling. It has personality. Some are bold explorers, others are shy or cautious. Caretakers in aquariums say octopuses remember people's faces and even form opinions about them. One famous story describes an octopus that repeatedly squirted water at a specific staff member it didn't like, days after the initial offense. That's not instinct. That's a grudge with strategy. They also appear to dream. When octopuses sleep, their skin ripples through colors, bright reds, blues, browns, and back again. Scientists suspect they might be replaying memories or practicing camouflage in their dreams. Some researchers call it REM sleep of the sea. Others simply say it's proof that consciousness wears many shapes, sometimes 8 arms. And yes, some keepers swear they can see attitude in those eyes, wide, calculating, like they're silently judging us for being so slow on land. Now, imagine your skin could change color and texture in less than a second. For octopuses, it's standard operating procedure. Their skin contains millions of pigment cells called chromatophores. These cells expand or contract to create instant patterns that mimic sand, coral, or even other animals. Underneath those are iridophores that add shimmering blues and greens, turning camouflage into performance art. It's so fast that scientists once called it thinking in color. One moment, they vanish into the rocks. The next, they flare into warning displays bright enough to scare off predators. If humans had that feature, half the population would turn plaid every time Wi-Fi went down. This ability isn't just for hiding. Octopuses communicate with it. Flashing, pulsing, and shifting hues are their version of sign language. Silent, elegant, and mesmerizing. Here's where this story becomes more than science trivia. Octopuses are now part of a growing ethical debate. As global seafood demand rises, companies are exploring the idea of octopus farming. Industrial tanks filled with creatures that can remember, plan, and possibly feel. Scientists are split. Some argue that farming them could protect wild populations. Others say it's an ethical disaster waiting to happen. Think about it. Octopuses are solitary, intelligent, and escape-prone. Trying to raise them in tanks would be like running a prison full of hackers. Meanwhile, the ocean they come from remains mostly unexplored. Humans have mapped less than 20% of the seafloor. There are entire ecosystems down there we've never even seen, yet we're already planning to mass-produce one of the smartest animals in it. And that's the hidden truth. Our technology evolves faster than our understanding. Maybe the octopus doesn't come from space, but it does come from a world we barely comprehend. If aliens landed tomorrow, we'd panic. But if they were 8-armed, shape-shifting geniuses living quietly under our boats, we'd probably serve them with lemon. The octopus reminds us that alien doesn't always mean foreign. Sometimes it means unfamiliar intelligence right next to us. So, are octopuses aliens? Probably not. But they're strange enough to make the question worth asking. They break every rule of biology we thought we knew. They think without a brain, they dream without language, and they live by outsmarting everything, including us. They are proof that intelligence doesn't belong to humans alone. It's a pattern the universe keeps repeating, sometimes with fur, sometimes with feathers, and sometimes with suction cups. What surprised you the most about these ocean masterminds? Drop a comment and share your thoughts. This is Matias from SpinoFacts, where reality is weirder, wilder, and way smarter than fiction.